Good afternoon, everybody. Once again, my name is Joe Napoli. I'm your city manager, and welcome to our sixth Zoom at noon. These have been tremendously successful, and it gives us an opportunity as your city staff to let you know what's going on in the city, but more importantly, to answer questions that you all have provided to us in advance. And then we'll also offer an opportunity for those who are on the call to go ahead and ask questions as well. So I really appreciate being able to do this and engage with our residents on a monthly basis, and more importantly, to be able to address any questions and issues that we have. So what we're going to do is, just like we've done in the past, I'll go over some updates, and then we'll get into the question and answer session, where I will answer first and all those questions that we were provided beforehand, and then I'll answer any questions that perhaps folks may have as we go through the session. And then I'll just wrap up with just a review of some of the upcoming special events that we have. So Mike, if we go to the next slide. First thing I'd like to do is make sure that you're all aware of how to answer questions. So on your bar, there's the Q&A tab. So go ahead and press that Q&A tab, and then you can type in whatever question that you have. So just some updates going on in the city. I think everybody may know, hopefully, that we had our election last Tuesday, and here are the unofficial results. I say unofficial results because we haven't received the certification from the supervisor of elections yet. We probably will receive that tomorrow. But in District 1, Mr. Jeremy Katzman is the commissioner-elect, and then in District 2, Ms. Lisa Malosi is the commissioner-elect. There was also a charter amendment on the ballot, which essentially eliminated the districts within the city, and that in the future, starting in 2024, those districts will be eliminated, and the commissioners will all be elected at large. So they'll be filling seats 1 through 4 plus the mayor, and then as their term comes up, they will be elected at large by the voters. Next slide, Mike. So then, the next question is, when will the swearing again take place for our future commissioner-elects? So right now, we anticipate getting the certification tomorrow. Our charter indicates that we have to do the installation of the new commissioners 3 business days following the certification. So that would fall on next Wednesday, November 23rd, and we're going to do it at 6:30 in the evening. That's dictated by the charter as well. But we're going to have a reception open to the public starting at 5:30. So 5:30 next week, we'll start with a reception, and then at 6:30 promptly, we'll do the installations and swearing in of the newly elected commissioners. Here's just a few other things going on. We're doing a rehabilitation of our lift stations throughout the city. We're doing one right now, lift station number 46. It's over within Country Address and Core. And you probably noticed, but the construction phase is complete now. And now FPL just needs to do some electrical work. So this one is about completed. The commission recently passed, well, it's actually a while back passed, that short-term rentals, Airbnbs, those sort of things, all have to now be registered within the city. And there is a registration fee. We have started this program. It's all done virtually. And you can go to the website at that link right there, and that'll give you the instructions on how to register your short-term rental, and as well as being able to pay the fees. There's also a how-to video that shows you how to go through the process, what the requirements are, and how to make payments. So we've started sending out information on this. We put it on our website, on all of our social media platforms. It'll be in the Cooper City Quarterly, the next version of the Cooper City Quarterly. And we're expecting people to do this immediately, because we are going to start enforcing it next month. And then we've also, because we have been getting quite a few complaints about short-term rentals, so we've launched an online portal to receive those complaints. And it's at that same website, at that same link, but you can go to that link and submit a complaint, or you can call the 24/7 hotline at that number there to go ahead and submit any complaints you may have on short-term rentals. Well, we're bringing back Cooper Academy. For anybody who doesn't know what Cooper Academy is, it's really an opportunity for our residents to get a in-depth education on how the city functions. And this is done over, I believe it's a 6-month period, 6-week or 6-month period, Mike.
This will be a 7-week period.
I'm sorry, a 7-week period. And what it does is each week during the evening, you will spend an hour or so with each of our departments and BSO, and you'll get a really in-depth understanding of how the each department is organized, what their missions are, how they go about providing the services to you that they do provide, and getting to know the leaders within those departments. So this is a wonderful program to really understand how our city operates, how we're organized, how we provide you services, and to meet the leadership within the city as well. And, you know, we always want to make sure that we use every opportunity to let our residents know how they can really connect with the city. We have a plethora of means to connect with the city. We obviously have our website. We do send out a weekly newsletter every Thursday, and this is the QR code. And that newsletter has tremendous amount of information on what's going on in the city, upcoming events, as well as reviewing what has happened at our recent commission meeting. So I encourage you right now, if you want to sign up, if you're not already signed up, use that QR code. You can also go to our website and sign up, and then all the information we send out, we also always have the opportunity for you to sign up when we send out information to our residents. Other ways to connect are on social media. We're on every social media platform. There are the addresses. I encourage you to sign up or utilize the ones that you're familiar with, because all information that we send out, we send it out simultaneously on all of our social media platforms, as well as in our email blasts. We've also transitioned from Code Red to Everbridge for our emergency notification. So we've had Code Red for quite a while, but we recently contracted with Everbridge because it provides a lot more capability. And at the same time, we're getting it on a contract through the state of Florida, and we don't have to pay for it. So I know that many of you have already signed up for it, but please sign up to receive emergency notifications from the city. We actually used it last week or the week before when the hurricane was passing north of us, because we stopped. There was one day where garbage was not going to be picked up, and we sent out the notification through Everbridge for that, and it appeared to be very successful. But I encourage everybody to sign up for Everbridge so that you can receive emergency notifications from the city. All right, we'll go ahead and get into our question and answer session right now. And I'd also like to say that online with me, as usual, I have several of our directors who are also online. Carlos Vega, our community development director, is online. Our CFO, Aaron Kendrick, is on with us. Our BSO police chief, Chris DiGiovanni, Captain Chris DiGiovanni is on, and Stacy Weiss, our Parks and Recreation Department Director, is also online. So they're going to help me answer the questions as well, and also give the chief an opportunity to give you an update, a brief update on what's going on with BSO as well. Also, Raj Verma, our Utilities Director, is on. So here's our first question. I'm going to ask Stacy to go ahead and jump in here and go ahead and address that question, if you would, Stacy.
Good afternoon. So we had an inquiry regarding our fitness programs that we are marketing for, and it was brought to our attention that there was no prices mentioned for these. We have been working with some of our partners on reestablishing the partnerships that we previously had pre-COVID, that they are coming back out and working with us, such as Baptist Health, as well as other organizations. And these, for the most part, these activities are complimentary for the residents. The only programs that do have a small fee to them are our yoga program and our Zumba. For, of course, any more information, everybody can also anyone can contact the Parks and Recreation Department to attain any more information regarding fees and the scheduling of when these programs are held.
Okay, hey, thanks, Stacy. Next question, please. This is a pretty simple one, but a question that we've actually received a lot of questions on this. And the question is, will there be bulk pickup on Thanksgiving Day? And the short answer is yes. There will be no changes to Waste Management's collection to include bulk pickup on Thanksgiving Day. This is a very good question, and I know it's quite detailed. So I'm going to go ahead and ask Raj Verma, our Utilities Director, to address this question. Raj, please.
Yeah, good afternoon. I believe that I have provided some answers. So Mike, if you could, yeah. Okay, the storm, the question was about the storm category and trying to link the category with the amount of rain. So the response is that the storm category will provide a range of wind speeds and estimates of rain amounts. It's very difficult for forecasters to predict exactly how much rain it is going to happen for a particular category. For example, a category 1 hurricane may bring about 10 inches of rain, while a category 4 may just bring in about 3 inches of rain. So there is no quite correlation between the category and the rain event. So they are independent, and it's very difficult to predict in advance. As for the pump station, this is a rehabilitation project, and it is not a new installation. And there are quite a few pump stations that need to be upgraded. And the one near the address mentioned in the question happens to be one of them. Again, it is not a new pump station. It is just a rehab or the maintenance that has been completed. Now, these pump stations are strictly related to sewer flows, and they are not designed to alleviate any flooding. And as stated above, the stormwater does not flow into these sewer pipes and into these stormwater pumps. And the reason is that Florida gets a lot of rainfall, and the treatment plants are not designed to treat both the stormwater and the sewer together. And it happens in the northern states up north, where the rain events are not as intense as they are in the southern part, or like southern part of Florida, or for that matter, any part in Florida where you have got high rain events. So they are kept separate, and it is not designed to handle the storm. Now, where does the storm go? The stormwater goes in through those separate pipes. They are there, and they go into the canals, lakes, and ultimately into the ocean. Now, you might have driving on Griffin, you might have noticed that there is a large canal system, a regional canal system that elevation is controlled by the South Florida Water Management District. And because it is controlled by the South Florida Water Management District, they use some very intricate and complex model to determine what levels they should maintain, how low they need to keep before the start of a rain event. And correspondingly, they keep the water levels in the connecting lakes and the canal system. It impacts accordingly. So there may be occasions where there is a high rain event, and if that system gets filled up, then there is a little backup, and we just have to wait until it comes down, the water levels, they come down. So next slide, please.
That's all for these answers, Raj. That's
okay,
all I got.
Okay, I'm sorry. Thank
No
you.
problem.
Okay, thanks very much, Raj. This is an interesting question, but I certainly take it to heart, and we will do much better in ensuring that there are no spelling or grammatical errors on our agenda. I appreciate bringing this to our attention, but we will do better to ensure that we don't have any errors in the future. Thank you for providing that question. Okay, I think that's all the questions that we had. I know we have a few people online with us. Mike, is there any questions from anybody watching?
Not at this moment.
Okay, well, thanks. Well, if you do have a question, please go ahead and use the Q&A tab and ask your question. In the meantime, I'm just going to go over some future city events we have. And most of these are going to be put on by our tremendous Parks and Rec department. It's amazing how many quality events they put on in the year. But Stacy, they're all yours. So I'm going to go ahead and ask you to talk about each one, if you would.
Thank you, Joe. So starting with this Saturday, we have our garage sale at Flamingo West Park. That's from 7 a.m. until 11 a.m. And we are pretty much sold out of vendor locations. So we're expecting some good stuff out there this Saturday. We have our Light Up Cooper City, which will be held at Memorial Park here, located between the community center and City Hall. That's going to be on Friday night, December 2nd, starting at 6:30. We're going to have local performances. Of course, we'll have Santa coming to town and some other children's activities that will be taking place. So that's going to be a great night for Cooper City. On Saturday, December 10th, at the community center, we'll have cookies and cocoa with Santa. This was formerly known as Breakfast with Santa. So we've revised a little bit, and the location will be at the community center. Ticket sales are currently taking place for this event and can be purchased at the community center or the Pool and Tennis Center. And then on Friday, December 16th, we'll have our holiday movie, which will be in Memorial Park. And the movie this year that we'll be showing is The Polar Express.
Thanks, Stacy. A lot going on. December, we're well into the holiday season, and I know our Parks and Rec department is fully occupied putting all of these together, but I know they're all going to be great events. Yesterday, just coincidentally, I was talking to the middle grade students and was speaking about things going on in the city, and many of the students participate in this, and they were talking about how they liked these and prepared, particularly for Light Up Cooper City. I didn't realize so many students participated in the events for Light Up Cooper City, but they were talking about how they're going to be involved in Light Up Cooper City. So it's great to have these events, and I'm glad we have such a great team at our Parks and Rec department to put them on so well. All right, I don't think I have anything else. Mike, did we get any questions from anybody online?
No other questions.
Okay, well then what I'd like to do is Chief DiGiovanni, Captain DiGiovanni, you still on? Yeah, he is. Do you have any updates you may want to provide to the residents?
Yes, thank you, Mr. Napoli. So first of all, just happy holidays to everybody. We have a lot of wonderful holidays that the community is going to be celebrating coming up ahead the next few weeks. I want to reassure our residents that not just for you, but also for your visitors, your loved ones that will be coming into Cooper City to celebrate with you. We have an operational plan that we're preparing both for crime prevention and for traffic enforcement to ensure the safety of everybody during the holiday season. We typically like to remind our residents during this time of just some basic safety tips. We did do a senior safety seminar just last week where we went over some of these, but when you're out there shopping and you're buying all those wonderful presents for whether it's Hanukkah or Christmas and so forth, please do remember that if you're making big purchases, do not leave boxes that are not broken down in front of your home, because that's advertising what you actually had purchased. You want to kind of break those down and hide those in the containers until the garbage pickup day. In addition, you want to be mindful of putting bags in your car and then just going right back to shopping. It's better to put those bags in your trunk where they're out of sight and where prying eyes aren't going to see them. You do want to remember your packages. If your packages are being delivered to your house during this time, do your very best to have neighbors keep an eye and maybe watch. If you're not going to be at home, they can take the package in for you, or maybe install a very affordable and cheap Ring camera that will help alert when packages are delivered. And then also, some of you might be traveling. You may not know this, but the Broward Sheriff's Office for the Cooper City District, we actually offer a free vacation home watch. And so if you're traveling and you're going to be away and you just want us to kind of keep an eye on your home to make sure nobody's targeting it and no suspicious activities happening, you can come here to the police station. It's open 24/7. Walk into the lobby and just ask them, hey, I would like to sign up for the vacation home watch for 2 weeks. Your zone deputy will come by and stop by your house each day and just make sure everything's okay. If they see something out of the ordinary, they'll contact you directly. Our team is also doing its Santa letters again this year. So on the 28th of November, you'll see the Santa mailbox in the police station. So you can have your kids come and bring their letters to Santa Claus. And we will come for a 3-week period up till December 18th. And we will deliver Santa's personalized response to your home with our very own Police Explorer volunteers. We'll be dressing up as Santa's elves for that event. And that's all I have at the moment, Mr. Napoli.
Thanks, Chief.
You're
Thanks.
welcome.
Appreciate it. And that's great advice for our residents as we get into the holiday period. Tom Good, our Public Works Director, is also, and I failed to mention that earlier. So I don't want to put anybody on the spot. I'm gonna ask if any of our directors who are on, if there's anything they think they'd like to relay to the residents at this time. Carlos, you have anything?
No, just if there's any questions regarding the short-term rentals, please don't hesitate to call the Community Development Department at 954-434-4300. We are option number 4. We'll be happy to assist.
Okay, great. Aaron, did you have anything? I know you haven't spoken.
No, nothing significant other than the fact that if you watched the commission meeting this week, you see that we're closing in on the final of the budget. And so, and we're at the beginning of the process this year. So you will begin to see the city activate its budget. And so there will be a number of purchases that will occur to help us provide better services to you as the citizens. And so everything that we do as it relates to that budget is to try to bring better services for the citizens that live here. And so keep your eye on that, and just know that we're doing things to try to move forward or progress your comfort here and safety here in the city.
Great, thanks, Aaron. Tom, not sure if you had anything you wanted to mention.
Thank you, Mr. City Manager. The only thing I just want to remind folks that, if they have any street lights that are out within their community, to please just contact our office at 954-434-2300 so that we may be aware of it and get the appropriate action. Thank you, Mr. Manager.
No, thank you, Tom. Anybody else? I think everybody else has spoken. Does anybody else have anything else? Mike, any further questions?
No other questions.
Okay, well, great. Well, thank you all who are participating. I'd like to thank our great staff as well for answering the questions and providing insights. And I want to thank the residents who are on, and I know a lot of people will watch this once we share it on our social media platforms. But I want to wish everybody a joyous and happy holiday season. We'll be doing this one more time before the year's end. But please be safe. We are always here and ready to answer your questions, address your issues, and respond to the needs that you have. So thanks everybody for joining us today. I look forward to speaking to you next month.
Joe, one person did raise their hand. 1 second. I just wanted to see if maybe we do receive a question here.
Okay, sure.
But just giving it a minute here.
Okay.
Doesn't look like it here, Joe. So I think that the individual might have just been waving goodbye. But
Okay.
that's it.
All right.
All righty.
All right. All right. Well,
Thank
thank
you.
you again, everybody. And we look forward to talking to you next month.